decided to gather all of us together. After talking to you here, I will then move to the party office. To go to the party office and tell our party people that I, Right Honorable Ude Oko Chukwu, the current governor of Abia State, former Speaker of Abia State Experience, that I'm ready to present myself. So before I do that, let me for the purposes of the record my beloved brothers and leaders from Abia State who are here. I have many of you here, former this and that, former SSG, former commissioners, honorable members of the Abia State House of Assembly, former honorable members of National Assembly, former senators, great men and women of Abia are all here. My very dear good people of Abia State, I have come with warm and sincere greetings from my heart. I have called you all here together to share my thoughts and my ideas about the state of Abia State and how we can work together to improve upon the gains made so far by our administration and by previous administrations, so that we can take our state to the next level of growth and development. In the past few months, I have been in consultation with my wife, members of my family, immediate constituency, various stakeholders of our great party, the PDP, and stakeholders of Abia State, and others across the state, on how I can be in the forefront and lead us to build the Abia of our collective dream. Aside from the consultation, I've also been receiving messages and visits from many individuals and groups and associations, especially those that have followed my professional career and public service engagement in Abia State, urging me to present myself to serve. Before deciding to offer myself to continue to serve you in a different capacity, I have considered deeply the enormous challenges and responsibilities that come with governing Abia State. My brothers, if I stand here to tell you that it is an easy task, a jolly ride, a jamboree, or a tea party, I understand that it's a difficult task. But I have faith in the fact that the strength of leadership rests in the collective will of the people to line up behind one man who guides them with a compass to succeed in an endeavor they decide to pursue. Governing Abia and getting it right is an endeavor we must pursue collectively. And I am rest assured that we will finish stronger than we started. I have been actively involved in the affairs of Abia State in different capacities in the past 18 years. As a good follower and a true leader, I stand before you today to take responsibility as part of the successes, shortcomings that the Abia has been in the past years of my involvement. The beauty of my involvement is that in areas we did not do well, I have learned good lessons for success. And in areas we succeeded, I have the knowledge and opportunity to make things better for Abia. What I have come to do today is to offer Abia a covenant of service, performance, and leadership. But before I reel out the content of the covenant, permit me to tell you briefly who I am, where I am coming from, and where we are going as a people. For those who do not know me, my name is Right Honorable Ude Oko Chukwu. I am from Abia local government area of Abia State. I am a chartered accountant by training, and by God's grace, I have the honor of being one of the very few Nigerians to become a chartered accountant while still an undergraduate in the university. I practiced as a chartered accountant for many years before I am called into politics and governance. I was elected into Abia State House of Assembly in 2003 to represent the good people of Ohafia North State constituency, during which I served in various committees in the House of Assembly until 2011, when my colleagues elected me as the Speaker of the Abia State House of Assembly. Based clearly on my sterling performance in the previous years, it is on good record that the 5th Abia House of Assembly, which I supervise, remained the most peaceful and most productive in the history of Abia State. In 2015, I was elected into the office of a deputy governor in a joint ticket with my boss, the present governor of Abia State, His Excellency Dr. Okezie Victor Igbazo. I was re-elected with him again in 2019. By 2023, by God's grace, I would have served as a deputy governor for a full two times with governor in the history of our dear state. I remain grateful to my boss, Governor Okezie Igbazo, who found me useful and trustworthy to run with him in 2015 and in 2019. I remain grateful to God and Abia in general. I have given a brief overview of my journey through Abia to convey some sense of my involvement in Abia politics and a total and unbiased understanding of what Abia is and what Abia needs. It's very important. It's very important. I can authoritatively tell you, during this period, I know all the corners. I know all the corners of Abia State. I know what Abia State needs. Abia State, like other states in Nigeria, is work in progress. We have had our highs and lows, and as I said earlier, success and shortcomings. What we need to do at this point is to ask ourselves very honest questions and provide honest answers. Where are we? Where are we headed to? Do we have what it takes to get our choice destination? Our dream is to provide the best possible for ourselves. Food, housing, good roads, good schools, working hospitals, clean markets, adequate security, clean environment, and lots more of other things that make life worth living. Do we have the resources to do that? The answer is a resounding yes. As long as we look inwards to harness the human and material resources, we have to achieve our goals. I stand before you today with profound humility to present myself to lead us to the promised land. I hereby declare my intention to contest for the governorship seat of Abia State in 2024. The decision to contest for the governorship is born out of personal conviction that I can lead us to take Abia to the next level. Those of you who know me closely will attest to my uncompromising stand on transparency and accountability. I will use my professional background as a chartered accountant to foster and entrench good governance in the state by ensuring that we apply the best system of transparency and accountability in the conduct of government businesses. I call on every one of you here and in Abia in general to have faith in the ability of my leadership. As governor, I will mobilize our state resources and our people to rapidly confront our challenges, secure our future, and make our state to be the leader it used to be. Our challenges are enormous and keep assuming new dimensions with alarming urgency for immediate attention. Aba, the cash cow of Abia State, presents a social challenge. I am presently determined, not deterred, and will build on what the present administration have done in Abia State, in Aba and Abia State, to enable it regain its dominance as business hub of the Southeast, even as we confront our other challenges frontally. My involvement over time gives me an advantage and experience to hit the ground running from day one. We do not have the time to waste on learning processes. We have paid our dues with our involvement. The main policy thrust of our administration will be to continue to reshape Abia in the best way we can, in line with the realities of the moment, by continuing to improve upon the gains already secured in the previous administration. Our cardinal objectives are based on secure Abia agenda. We stand for security, economy, care, urban renewal, roads and education. I will briefly present the abridged version of Secure Abia comprehensive plan of action as contained in my manifesto, which will be made available to you in Abia thereafter. Please, in Abia, this is my manifesto. This is a copy of my covenant with Abia. My very dear friend and colleague, the chairman of our great party, the PDP in Abia State, writes Honorable, all well, I say for us, okay. I am here. I spoke to the party chairman and I told him that I will be coming to this place to meet our party people. I am here to let you know that, as usual, this is the beginning of political activities against 2023. And for a short while now, I have been talking to my God, praying to God, consulting, talking to my wife, members of my immediate family, my friends, associates. Some, on their own, have been coming to me, talking to me, asking me to step out and lead our state, Abia State. I have considered this thing over and over again. And I said, I've gotten a conviction. And I said, I must come to people in the party office. Let's talk to ourselves. But before I go ahead, like Oyomo Gadrema, he said, by God's grace, I have been a member of Abia State House of Assembly. I was there for 12 good years. While as a member of the House of Assembly, I did what I should do. By God's grace, amongst every other thing, I sponsored bills, I belong to various committees, but there are 3 bills that gladdens my heart the major sponsor. The bill that brought BIR into being, I am the chief sponsor for that bill. The bill that we call Fiscal Responsibility Bill, I am involved in Abia State. I am the chief sponsor for that bill. The bill that brought into being procurement law, I am the chief sponsor for that bill. You know why I mention these 3 bills? If you look at them, they have something to do with accountability, transparency, and due process. These 3, I am so much interested in them. Those are the ones that are obvious, amongst other things. And through the privilege and courtesy of my colleagues, including our party chairman, the last 4 years of my stay in the House, I was elected the Speaker of that House. I decided to tell you this story for you to know my background as far as the legislative business of this state is concerned. I don't think there is any corner in that Abia State House of Assembly that I don't know. My work, both oversight and other things, apart from before even becoming a deputy governor, took me to all the corners of this state. I can tell you that I have an idea of all the crooked roads, all the corners, communities where you have hill and where you have valleys. What I'm trying to say by indication is that I have an idea of every place in this state. I have an idea of their needs. I have an idea of what they want. And if that is the situation, and I think knowing what Ndabia, not Ndabia as in global thing, I'm talking about community by community. Outside my experience in the House, courtesy of Finbarrs, and special gratitude to my boss and Governor of Abia State. I ran with him in 2015 on the same ticket as Governor and Deputy Governor. And from 2015 to date, we had the first tenure, and they were again by benevolence of Finbarrs were asked to come back. And within this period, by God's grace, we have acquitted ourselves creditably. My organ has done very, very well. Administration has done so much. And I know, I want to tell you here too, while serving him, I know his vision. I understand all the things that he's doing in Abia State. I know the roads. I know all the projects that we have done. I know what he's thinking about Abia State in the next 30 years. Note also that we now have a 30-year development plan. What it means is that we have a plan that's supposed to run in the next 30 years. The implication is that it requires somebody who is part of this plan, somebody who has confidence in this plan, somebody who believes in this plan to actualize this plan. Mr. Chairman, having looked at all this, and because I know Abia State for these 12 years in the House and about 7 years as a deputy governor, if we put them together, that is 19 solid years. 19 solid years of active investment on my person by Ndabi. Because it cost them money, because while staying there, I was receiving my salary. And I feel that it will be a great injustice on my person if I fail to return back to Ndabi what they have done to me. Mr. Chairman, it is on the basis of this, coupled with advice, suggestions, messages by a lot of Ndabi, stakeholders of Ndabi, I believe that I owe it a duty not to disappoint Ndabi. I owe it a duty to continue in the direction of taking Abia to greater heights. That is why I have decided, having considered myself fit, capable, and having gotten all the requisite experiences, that I should step out and lead Abia to better heights. Mr. Chairman, like I said, I am not here for me to look for a name. No, not at all, because if it is that, I think I'm putting it in Abia State. I am not here, I'm not asking to lead Ndabi for any other selfish aggrandizement. No, I'm not a businessman. I'm not a money person. I am just a simple and moderate accountant who wants to do things right. Therefore, Chairman, seek the permission of the party PDP. Because before I go ahead and seek that permission, I want to tell us one thing. I've been part of this process and I've been around. The the job or the opportunity that God has given to each and every one of us who are members of this party, especially the delegates. I want us to know that it's a great and wonderful opportunity that God has given to us. I want to tell you, some of us during elections, either primary or main election, just feel that it's just anyhow business. Let me just anyhow, if I look at this person, maybe his face is too bright. Let me just give him vote without knowing who that person is. What it means is that if you just cast your vote anyhow, and as a result of inducement, and as a result of anything without considering who you are casting your vote for, that sacred duty which God has bestowed on you is misplaced. Because once you do that, you give us, whatever you give us, that is what we are going to have for the next 4 years. And if you are not lucky, for the next 8 years. So, my beloved brothers and sisters who are delegates, Ogo primary election, please, let's look for somebody who will uplift Abia to the next level. Who will live out his words? Who will serve Abia with transparency? Who will serve Abia with accountability? Who will lead us in Abia to prosperity? Chairman and members of our great party, the PDP, and party faithful, I hereby present myself and declare my intention to run for the position of Governor of Abia State.
Your Excellency, we want to really appreciate you, and we really want to thank you for your courage to declare this day. And I was telling people yesterday that there's an adage in my place. They said, when you see, if you want to know how your wife will be when she's old, look at the mother. Now that my colleagues are declaring, it means that one day it will be my turn. I want to say that everything, if not all, that the Deputy Governor has said are things I'm already aware. What that means, I have worked very close with him. He's a very diligent and thorough person in anything he does. And that is what has carried him to this point. So as ESCO, we want to say we are proud of your achievement and your effort to be a system person. And if I was not sitting on this seat, maybe I would have been one of those people that are wearing this Ude Oko. But I have taken oath with my colleagues not to take sides with anybody. And that is why we appear indifferent today. When the first person that came here to declare for governorship intention, we were not really sure another person would declare. In fact, we told him that if we look and before the end of expression of interest, if we don't see anybody, we adopt you. And since then, I think he's the seventh person. And as a party, we have been provided with options, and not just options, very good options. Career people, intelligent people, resourceful persons, businessmen, professionals from all standards. And the assurance we are going to give you, sir, is that we are going to be fair to everybody. We are going to provide a level playing ground so that the best will win. Our dream is best for Abia State to happen. And we therefore, on behalf of ESCO, wish you well and urge you to continue to carry your advocacy, consultation in a peaceful manner in which you have always been known for. There are people we need to advise to be civil, but it's not you. We know you're very civil in character, in conduct, and in approach. We therefore want to wish you well. And let me say this, and what I'm going to say is not very relative to your visit, but I'm saying it to all Abians, and it has to do with the issue of zoning. The ESCO, on our wisdom, maybe to you it may be in foolishness, but in our wisdom, we discussed, we looked at the Abia situation as it stands today. And the decision we took was holistic. There was no member of SWC that was not in that meeting. The two people that were not there, when they came, they also concurred with what we did. So nobody can excuse himself or say I was not part of it. And it was resolved in ESCO through motion that was properly moved and seconded. And in life, life is very dynamic. Life is not static. Before 2002, we used to see where nations, only a particular nation hosts the World Cup. But because of dynamism, it started with South Korea and Japan, and people were worried. How can this be possible? After flying from here to here, will it work? Will there be entertainment and all that? When they experimented it, and it worked. And Nigeria and Ghana followed suit. Before now, we thought it's impossible for two political parties to head the parliament. But when Saraki and Ike Kuremadu, PDP and APC, you discover that that parliament was one of the most dynamic and fruitful. And nobody can compare them with what we have today. So I want to assure us, all Abians, to be rest assured that it was done in a very good faith, so that you don't go and begin to labor for nothing, especially the energy you will use to begin to consult, you use it and begin to reverse what is irreversible. This is just an advice to all Abians, not just for this particular purpose. On that note, we want to wish you well. We want to urge the Deputy Governor to go ahead in a peaceful manner, just as we have advised other people. It will be well with Abia State. It will be well with PDP. PDP, power to the people.